Ooh. Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to today's live stream. Let's see what we've got going on. Gold is continuing to soar. I mean, absolutely. We took a breakout here. Only got 20 pips, 22 pips. Took this breakout here. Um, oh, sorry, wrong screen. So you see the breakout here. Took this one here, got 22 pips. Unfortunately, it came back down, stopped me at break even, and then it's continued to move higher. So gold, not going to do anything with gold at the minute. Hey Dan, Commander in Chief, Peter Cole, good afternoon. Uh, Dark Dark Matter, good afternoon. Welcome. Big Harvey, welcome to the stream. Dean, how we doing? Mr. Hall, good afternoon, sir. You took the same trade. Well done, Commander Chief. Okay, so listen, gold is now off the radar for me. I'm not gonna trade at these elevated prices without a pullback. I need a B, so I need to see a BPC in order to trade this now. Jean-Pierre, good afternoon. So yeah, ultimately got to wait for a BPC setup here, which if you're not familiar with a BPC, it's why is TikTok doing this? Uh, so you can see it there on YouTube, but TikTok is we've got. I need to change the settings for sources, I believe. Mr. Mark, hello. Hey, right, there we go. So I'm going to add source. So I've got display capture, window capture. Which one am I on? Okay, so guys, if I do display capture, is that the whole screen? And if I do window capture, is that a tab? Which one's a tab and which one's the whole screen? Hey, Liam, how you doing, mate? Hi, Anna. Just can someone let me know if display or window, what's the whole screen? Because right now on TikTok, I'm having to change between tabs, um, and I don't know which one I'm on. So if someone could let me know. Display capture. Okay, thank you. Ah, okay. So let's go to this one. Add source. There we go. Let's. We don't need that one anymore. Okay. So, right. So for those of you that don't know what a BPC is, that's what it is, guys. There we go. It's up on all the screens. Thanks, Liam. Always good someone. Can give me guidance on what to do with tech. So effectively, what we've got happening on gold right now is we've got this big bullish movement. We've got these, in theory, green candles creating higher highs, higher lows. So uprange candles, you can see those here. So we're progressively pushing higher on the 15, the 30. It doesn't matter which time frame you look at, they're all doing it. What we need to see now is we need to see a correction, so the market pullback. So right now, and that could be a 5 minute chart if you want, but you've got to see clarity, you've got to see clear space. So right now, this is all off for me. There's nothing there. So I'm going to look at NASDAQ for potential opportunities. We've seen big moves today across the board. Uh, yeah, we've seen huge moves across the board down to whatever. I mean, the rumor is it's down to the US government potentially nearing the end of a shutdown. Whatever the reason, I don't care. I just want to try and find trading opportunities around my technical setup. So things that we'd look for potentially breakout sells underneath here. We've got space down here of 39 points. So that's an option. But the buy side is definitely more appealing with about 228, I think it's 240 points to the upside. So I've got loads and loads of room to the upside that we could look to potentially trade. Hi, Kat. Um, Jez, how was your weekend, mate? Was it nice and quiet like you were anticipating? Raise those eyebrows. Yeah, so um, we're going to wait for a breakout trade here on the NASDAQ. So my preference is breakout trade. I've only taken one trade today. Um, one trade today, which was the breakout on gold. I don't like trading Mondays until the US opens. Now, the trade that I took on gold is not included in my stats. These stats are purely from live streams, okay? So I never include any trades not taken on live stream. So the 51 wins, 11 losses, 12 break evens, that's all from live streaming, okay? Yeah, so we're waiting for a potential buy here. Now, guys, we are going public with this offer right now. So usually I have an annual fee of 997, so just under £1,000 to join the community for £1,000. That's an annual fee. Okay. Now, to well, I gave members first refusal that are paying monthly or annual subscription. Um, now, if anyone publicly wants to join for a lifetime, it's the same price. So lifetime subscription is 997, and that is until 20 people have accepted the offer or until the end of November. Now, we've had Uh, five or six come in so far. I think it's five. And yeah, Rob McGee said he's going to do it. So once Rob McGee joins, that'll be six. So there's 14 spaces left on the lifetime. So if anyone's interested, guys, you're going to have to DM me and I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, we are waiting. So what is how's the breakout setup going to look? Well, there you go, guys. This is what the breakout setup will look like. So those of you who want to identify a breakout setup, then this is what we're looking for. We're looking for structure. We're looking for a close above. We're looking for a wick at the top. It doesn't need to be a massive wick. I just need to see a wick. I don't like naked closes. Then the next candle, we want to see that pull back down. Just creating a bottom wick. It doesn't matter how far it goes, as long as it doesn't close back below the structure. If it closes back below the structure, and gives a lower low, then we'll be looking at a false break. Okay, so we just need to see a wick down. If we get the wick down, we'll be placing our buy stop above the high of the candle that broke out. So going back to this, I need to see, now this is in theory a white candle. It's grey, yes, I know, but just for illustration purposes, looking for a candle to close above. Then the next candle, I want it to do this. I want it to come down, and then come on, give us a bit more. This is why I hate analyzing on MT4. Okay, can't go any smaller than the width of a candle. Okay, so this is meant to be a thin line, and then we see the market do that. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense of what I'm looking for and how I want to take advantage of the breakout, but we just need to see it do that. Oh, you know what it is today? What is it today, guys? What are we giving away today? It's giveaway day, isn't it? Let me see. Now, if you haven't yet joined uh, the if you haven't yet joined the competition, it's not competition, the giveaway, then you can do that by clicking on this link here. Enter your name and details. If you've already entered your name and details at any point last month, then there's no need to do so. Click on that link. I'm going to be giving away a 1 hour coaching session with myself to whoever is the winner. All you need to do in the next 18 minutes, so by 1:30, there's going to be no more entries. By 1:30, there'll be no more entries. Let's just have a look. I need to find the Wheel of Fortune. Right, where are you? History. All history. Recent tabs. History. What am I looking for? Run. There we go. Pick a wheel. 27th of October. I hope everyone's details are still in there. They are. So who was the last name we put on? The last name was Cat. So if you haven't yet, let me pull up the doc and see who. So has anyone Charlie? Yeah, I'm good. Now listen, if you haven't yet entered the giveaway, there's a bit.ly link, guys. At 1:30, I'm going to do the draw. Uh, at 1:30, I'll be doing the draw. So why is that? Thailand trader. What's going on? Why is it not loading? There we go. I think I clicked on it too many times. I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. Right, let's have a look. See who was the last person if I've not updated it. Okay, so we've got a few. Right, I'm sure Mr. Siddiqui is on here. Right, let me just move that down to this page and we will start adding whoever's not on. Right, where are you? Okay, so we're waiting for, in terms of trades now, guys, we're waiting for price to, oops, wrong one. We're waiting for price to get above here for potential longs on NASDQ. Shorts we can potentially look at underneath there, but I'm not gonna trade shorts today. All right. Okay, so last name. All right. Do we have Umar on there? Umar. No, we don't. So let's what Umar Siddiqui is in. Who else we got to add? Pura. I'm sure you've added your name in twice. I recognize that name. I must have deleted it. Pura. Yeah, he's in. So I did delete it. Arshad. Arshad. We need to add your name on. Lola. Is Lola in? Lola. No, let's get Lola in. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting the names in now for the giveaway. Lola. Paul Norbury. Definitely not in. Marianne from England, beginner. She's going in now. Fenton is definitely not in, so I'll add you, Fenton. Bartek, Bart from Poland. I'm going to add you in now. And Lightning. Lightning, you've been in, mate. You're already in, so I'm going to delete you because you already entered. Okay, so if you've input your details, good day. How is this? What's this say? What was the question? How is this Instant FX Capital? It's very good. It's very good. Can you scalp of funded accounts? Will they reject payouts? No, they've not rejected anything yet. And my members all trade like me. They have been paid out multiple times. So they're good. I just keep trying different ones because people ask me. And so far, every time I'm due a payout, there's always an issue. It's an EA, it's tick scalping this time from Blue Guardian. So if any of you do trade like No, Lightning, you entered on the 27th of October at 1:47, and then you've done it again today. So it's all right, buddy. No worries. No stress. Uh, just have to delete it because you are already on. So so this one is the best on your list, sir. I would say so. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm sure there'll be others out there, but I haven't come across it yet. Okay. So, you don't have any, what do you call it? There's no consistency rule. Yeah, no, no, it's once you've entered, you're going to be your name will be rolled on to the next giveaway. Okay, so you don't need to do it if you've input your details. You don't need to do it again for the rest of the year. Okay, so we'll spin that wheel in 12 minutes, and we'll see who's going to come away with the coaching session. Last time it was Simon Webster. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Um, Modified. So we've got 53 entries in there right now. 53 entries. Could you be one of the lucky people to get an extra coaching session? Okay, so we're waiting because look, the market's not really giving us an opportunity right now. We're waiting for a breakout to the upside on the NASDAQ. Today I'm gonna wrap up around what 215. But at 1:30 I will be doing the giveaway. Okay, at 1:30 I'll be doing the giveaway. We're going to be on pick a wheel, which is a random picker where we just copy and paste anyone that has entered their details. Now, remember, guys, if you have put in wrong details, meaning incorrect email address or incorrect phone number because you don't want to get spammed, well, then unfortunately, you're not going to win the prize. And you are basically meaning taking the opportunity away from someone else winning. Okay, because once it's picked and the session's done, I'm not going back to respin, okay? The only time we get a respin is when I do a mistake. Like last time, I forgot to add someone's name, okay? Uh, or I put someone's in twice by mistake. uh, any questions, guys? Any questions? Yeah, so in exactly 10 minutes, who's this? Simon, hey, is Simon online? I've just had a message on Telegram from someone called Simon. Are you watching right now? If you are, just let me know, just so I can address. Hey Creed, let me just see the message. Good morning, Mark and gang. I wish you along your side. Viewers, awesome trading day, mate. Why can't we see your cam on YouTube? I'm not able to join TikTok. There is a black screen for me. Some TikTok problem. Yeah, because I only have one webcam, so only one webcam will work on one of the platforms at the minute. So I will try and find a way of getting the webcam up on both settings. Okay. Yeah. Um, let's have a look, see what's going on with the DAX. Now, anyone else entered the competition? Now, if you haven't yet entered the competition, guy, it's not a competition. It's not a competition, sorry. As it's more a giveaway. Okay, so all you have to do, guys, if you haven't yet entered the giveaway, is click on this link I'm just about to share, and all you need to do is just fill in your name and details. It's very, very simple. Let me just find the link again. Okay, perfect. Okay, thanks for the message. I'll I'll reply in private afterwards, mate. Okay, so guys, if you can, just click on. Oh, what's going on? Why does that keep coming up? Just click on this, and we'll try it again. Copy, copy link. Okay, try again. Okay, so YouTube, you should be able to see the link now. Just click on that because I am gonna. What's the bias? Well, bias for everything today is uh, the bias today is everything long. Okay, everything is long. So BPC, BPC on gold. I would like to look for breakout on NASDQ. So we're just going to wait. Mark, on BPC trades, does it have to go down to support before we can go long? No, remember the crucial thing about BPC is that you're switching from sellers to buyers in gold's instance right now, okay? So as soon as you switch from sellers to buyers, it forms a new support. So it doesn't need to come back down to old resistance, which becomes new support. It can come as far down or as little down as possible as the matters, as long as we have two downrange candles, okay? As long as we have two downrange candles. Um, 1 second. Test manager. Uh, let's see if we can just delete a couple of things here. What's it called? There's Trading View. Everything's gone a bit wonky. Just let me know if the sound's okay, guys. Pawinda, good afternoon. Just let me know if you've if you've completed have you completed the God damn it, the form. If you've completed the form, guys, then you're going to be in with a chance of winning a 1 hour coaching session. The next giveaway will be next week, and that's going to be 1 month's membership. Now, during this month, or until 20 people have committed, we're already at 5, potentially 6. During this time, we are doing a lifetime offer. So lifetime offer means that anyone that pays for an annual subscription right now is going to get lifetime access to all Mark Owen Concepts services. Okay, so it's really, really simple to do. We just send me a message. I'll send you how to get involved, and then we will be looking at working with you for a very long time indeed. Okay, guys. Now, I know a lot of you ask about um, how often am I going to do these live streams? Now, look, the live streams are something that I'm using as a shop window right now. Predominantly, the live streams are just for my members. Now, at the minute, for the rest of the year, I would say I'm going to do live streams. When we go into next year, then it could be a different kettle of fish. Let's go. I'm just trying to delete something and the damn thing keeps bloody moving. we go. That should do it. Okay, right. There we go. Okay, so has everyone entered the competition or the giveaway? Because in 3 minutes, I'm going to be doing. Uh, okay, I can see a couple more entries have just come in. Jacob, Simon, we'll get you on. All right, anyone else? All right, let's see. Got 2 minutes left. If this candle closes above, then we've got a setup. If not, then we're going to have to wait at least 15 minutes. So we'll see if this candle closes above. If not, then uh we'll do the giveaway. All right, so entry coming in there from Latvia. Nice. What have we got left? About a minute and a little bit for this candle to close above for a potential breakout. If it doesn't close above, then we have to wait for the next 15-minute candle. Okay? We have to wait for the next 15-minute candle. Now, something that I do find quite amusing is when we always look at goal setting. How many of you do goal setting? What are you looking to achieve from trading? How many of you do goal setting? Now, there's a really, really good website um, that you should use. It's it's called the Compound Interest Calculator site. Okay. Now, if you really want to see how quickly you can scale money, use use the Compound Interest Calculator site. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve in uh, what what time period. Okay, so we've not closed above. What's Anna saying? I was lucky 2 years ago to get a lifetime membership, and that is the best thing I've ever done. It's really worth it. For anyone out there who's not a member, and I don't have any commission, yeah, thanks, Anna. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that was the last time I did a lifetime membership, guys. So it's not something I do very often. But here we go. Let's do the all right. Let's do the giveaway. In fact, let me just check. No one else has entered. See if Jacob was the last one. There's an error. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, looks like Jacob was the last one. Okay, so guys, good luck. If your name's not down and you're not seeing anything, I apologize, but unfortunately, it's not come through to me yet. So what we'll do is any new entries will be uh, ready for the next giveaway, which is going to be next week. Okay, next week. In fact, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to do a trial spin. Just I don't want it to do what it did last time, which was do a little poxy spin. Okay. Okay, we've just had a winner, but it was just a right. There we go. Let's do it now. I just wanted to make sure it did a spin, unlike last time. Okay, everyone ready? Here we go. Three. Let's see if we can make it full screen. Okay, if your name pops up, well done. It is Rosalind. This is a non-member, so I don't know if you're online online. What's the name of the site, Mark? I will explain. I'll come back to you in a second. So, Rosalind, I don't know if you're online. Are you online? If you're online, let me know. So, we'll potential setup. Rosalind, are you online? I don't think so. It doesn't look like Rosalind is online today. So we will reach out to you, Rosalind, and let you know that you have been successful today. So Rosalind, where are you based? Let's have a look, see where Rosalind is from. I've got to find her now. Rosalind, why can I not see? Ah, there we go. Rosalind from the UK and beginner. Okay, let's hope she's put in the right details. I will be entering a trade once we get a close above. Remember, we have to be patient. Look, there's the rules. This is what we're waiting for. This candle has to close above. Right now, this candle's still live and it could do something like we've seen here, which is you get a big wick up and then it comes back down and closes below the level. Okay, so that's what we've got to wait for. Hi Vic, how you doing, mate? So guys, um, there is a lifetime offer available right now. Now, the lifetime offer is purely for the first 20 people, whether that's members or new members that are upgrading their monthly or annual subscription into a lifetime subscription. Now, we've had five confirm and sort it out. We're just waiting now on another one of my members that has said yes, and then we'll be back down to 14 spaces, okay? Or until the end of the month, whichever happens first. So we're just waiting now, guys. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for this candle to close above. If it closes above, we've got 10 minutes to wait. So this is the art of discipline, guys. I know so many of you just see things happening. You go, I want to get in, I want to get in. And if that's the case, then what happens is you are just working on emotion and an impulsive decision-making process as opposed to rules-based process. So if you want to start operating from a consistency point of view and through rules, then what you need to be doing is actually having some rules. The next thing is to follow the rules. So you can have a lot of rules or simple rules, but then the next factor is the discipline to follow them through. This is where a lot of traders go wrong. They might find someone that uh, um, works well or gives them good systems, but then for whatever reason, they don't follow the system. They start trading very, very impulsively, aggressively, just because the dopamine kick that's given. So this is something that you really, really need to be uh, aware of. If you can't follow instructions, rules, and you are the type of person that's going to be impulsive when it comes to taking trades, then maybe trading isn't for you guys. Okay? What you need to be doing is doing things consistently. You need to be doing things that you can measure and you can take When you're looking at your journal, you need to be able to go, right, okay, I took this because these were the rules. Did it work? No. Right, okay, let's have a look what happens. I do that same trade, that same setup, them same rules for 20 times, for 50 times. Am I profitable? Then the bigger the data sample you get, you'll know. So for example, you can see here since the 1st of August, we've done what? 51, 62, 73 trades. We've done 73 trades since the 1st of August on live stream. 51 of those have been winning trades. 11 have been losses and 12 have been break even. So you can see on live stream that the systems work. Okay. The question is, do you have the ability to stay disciplined enough to trade in the same manner, which is why we have a community. Because a community, when everyone's trading the same way, will share setups that maybe you didn't see, and you'll get a notification to the Telegram channel. You'll see the chart, you'll see the setup. Then it's right, okay, what you do outside of the community where you might want to take your own trades and you don't share them for whatever reason, this is the bit that you're now doing ad hoc or you're doing impulsively. This is where it can go a little bit wrong. Okay, so if you hold yourself accountable to maybe sharing trades every time you're about to place one, maybe it'll stop you from placing really random trades. Is it as simple as finding resistance and then wait for a close above it? Um, I mean, Trolley, I don't know how long you've been joining, but there's, other than waiting for it to close above, you need to have clear space to the left-hand side. Then you have to wait and treat it like treat it like a bow and arrow. Wait for the candle to pull back, and then buy as it breaks the highs. I mean, yeah, I mean that's it. That's how simple I make it. The hardest thing you have to control is yourself. Okay? That's the hardest thing. I mean, like I said, I've taken one trade today. And that was just when did I do that? Before live stream, it was here, 1 o'clock. So that will have been, so if that's 2:30, would have been midday UK time. So yeah, we're just waiting for NASDAQ. See, look, this is why you wait for it to close. In 5 minutes, this could just completely reject that area. It could, it in the next 5 minutes, it could close back above it. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Sometimes you look at something and the greed will get the better of you because you go, oh, hold on, it's breaking this high. It's surely going to continue above there because if we get above there, look, we've got 200 and what is it? 230 pips, right? I must buy it right now. You go ahead and buy it, and guess what happens? It rejects and then drops lower, stops you out. You get all annoyed, and then it goes higher later on, and then you don't take it because you just had a losing trade. Yeah. So these are things that you have to. I'll never try and make things more complicated for you. Okay. I always only ever try and make things more simplistic. The simpler it is, the easier it is to be profitable. That's it. Anyone got any questions? Hi, Mark. How you doing? Yeah. So, uh, let's scalp gold. Yeah. Okay, so guys, just a little heads up. For those of you that have been following for a while, at the end of October, I started a funded account with Blue Guardian. Now, I did it because people have been saying they're really good, da da da. What's been best month this year? Uh, Probably last month. I think last month. Um, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I did a funded account with them, an instant one. Admittedly, it's my fault. I didn't check all the T's and C's. All I checked was do they allow EAs? Because I use something called Magic Keys. Members use either Magic Keys or Trade Assistant or Dane's Trades. They're all very, very similar. It's just a piece of software that helps you close a proportion of your trade when it hits a certain price point and then moves your stop loss to break even. So on that basis, I was like, right, okay, let's crack on. But they have a rule that is called tick scalping. And apparently, if you close a proportion of your trade within 2 minutes, it's categorized as tick scalping. I mean, look, I'm fed up with all these damn excuses that these prop firms seem to have for not paying out. But I was like, well, yeah, I even said it when I was on here. It's like, right, okay, I've taken all the trades on live stream, so you can see I'm not a freaking tick scalper. I mean, if I was a tick scalper, you'd be seeing loads of trades, right? I've had done one trade today. But gold, under 2 minutes, it can move $10, $20, can move more. $20, if you've got a few lots on it, all of a sudden you're going to be having a 6, 7 grand trade, and then your profit consistency rule just goes out the window. So it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So if you do trade in a similar fashion to what I do, then Blue Guardian is definitely not a prop firm to be used. Um, but I kind of, other than instant FX, I'm kind of losing the faith with a lot of these prop firms. I'm going to try FTMO next. Um, see what they do. Never use them. I would like to think as they're the OG in this industry. Um, should oh shit, someone's at the door. 1 second, guys. There we go. Always a live stream. Something has to happen. Whether it's neighbors, wrong address, DPD. Uh, Grant the Gigantic, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We've not had any trades yet. We were and have been looking for a potential long on NASDQ if we get a close above. I'm not a massive fan of Mondays. We've only had the one trade today, as I said, just before live stream, about an hour before live stream. Um, but there isn't a lot to go at the minute. Let's clear the chart. Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of the DAX where it is. So that's off. NASDAQ, we've got to wait. Gold, we're waiting for a BPC. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. If we have another candle pullback, then we've got one bearish downrange candle. This one, if we have another bearish downrange candle, then we've got another potential setup. Okay, so all we need to wait for then is a bullish candle to form, and that would be this setup. So looking for two downrange candles, then a buyer candle, then we've got a setup. Okay, so that's what we're waiting for. So that means you've got to wait another 15 minutes. Now, um, unfortunately, I do need to come off live stream slightly after 2 o'clock. There will be no live stream tomorrow, guys. Next live stream will probably be Wednesday, I think. Let me just check my calendar. Uh, that's 150, 10 to 12. Yeah, I can't do one tomorrow. 11 to 12:30. 1 till 2:30. Yeah, I think we can do Wednesday. Uh yeah, Wednesday would be good. Wednesday Wednesday we can hold on trading. Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday we can do 1 till 2:15 on Wednesday. 1 till 2:15 on Wednesday. Um so guys, what is your biggest issue when it comes to trading? Is it capital? Is it time? What's the biggest challenge? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think there's a few bank holidays tomorrow. Let's have a look. Don't need that anymore. Forex factory. Yeah, you got French bank holiday, Canadian bank holiday, and US bank holiday tomorrow. So could be a little bit of a steady day, but you never know. Sometimes you get some crazy moves. Sometimes we get some crazy moves on bank holidays because there's low liquidity. Okay, so let's just wait for this candle to close. I've got 10 minutes now. Like I said, in fact, I'm not going to be able to take a setup, guys, because I have to go at 2:15, something like that. So I'm not going to be able to manage it. So what I'd suggest is if you get a bullish candle after this, that would follow this setup. That would follow this setup. That would be what we're looking at, BPC. Now, in terms of the pips of clear space and TPs and things like that, that's all changed. I'm using different TPs right now. And that's not because the system doesn't work. It's just because the volatility's increased. And because the volatility's increased, I've had to reduce my lot sizing and increase my TPs. Okay. Because the stops are initially going to be bigger, but the market's moving further. So we can have bigger TPs and just go in at smaller lot sizing. Does that make sense, guys? If it makes sense, just drop a like or just say yes. Yeah. Okay, amazing. If I could create any content for you guys to drop in as reels or as TikTok videos, what sort of stuff would you like? Ah, Cat, this is what you're asking. So, let, in fact, let's just I want to do something. Right. So let's say you all start with $1,000, right? So you start with 1,000. Let's say you can make 5% a month, and you're going to do this over a 10-year period. We're going to do the compounding frequency monthly, and you're going to deposit $500 a month. Okay, so initial investment, $1,000. You're going to make 5% a month, and you're going to do it for 10 years, and you're going to deposit $500 a month. Watch. Watch the magic. $1,000 becomes $4 million in 10 years. Okay, trade recaps. Okay, good answer. Um, so if that doesn't give you the motivation to be disciplined, I don't know what will. So how many of you feel like you could start with $1,000? So if you can start with $1,000, your next thing is you have to then try and find a way of becoming consistent. Okay, so being consistent, 5% a month. Yes, it's a big return. Some people do it in some people do it in a few weeks. Some people can do it in a couple of trades. Some people will do a lot more than that. Okay, but it's about the consistency. So if you can get that, it's life-changing money, and you can start to see at what point does it really start to change the way that you can live your life. So, for example, if we look at year one, you're going to end up with $10,000. At the end of year two, you're going to be at $25,000. At the end of year three, you're going to be at $55,000. Now, this is where, I don't know, imagine you've started with $1,000, and all of a sudden, just by adding $500 every month, you're now going to be your total is going to be at $55,000. The next year, you're going to finish the year at $108,000. So you're going to make $53,000 that year. Now, $53,000 is just shy of it's about $4,500 a month on average. The next year, so this is where it starts to really change for you. You go from year four to year five, you're going to go from like 4,500 to $10,000 a month. Now, would that change a lot of lives? Could that change the way that you live your life? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So just remember, guys, if you're struggling for motivation, you're struggling to stay disciplined, then just pull up the calculator site. Look at what you're trying to achieve. Focus on the big picture. Don't focus on the small bits. So yeah, I'm gonna head off in a couple of minutes. So if there is anyone that's interested in the lifetime subscription, it's going to be the same price as an annual subscription for this month. So for 997 for £1,000, you can get a lifetime subscription. If you're interested, guys, drop me a DM and I'll tell you how to enroll. There's only going to be 20 spaces, and 5 of those have definitely gone. Another member has said he's going to do it. Whether he does or he doesn't, whether he sticks on the annual, that's up to him or not. But I would say we're more likely going to be down to 14 spaces. If you're interested, guys, just drop me a DM and I'll tell you how to get involved. So 3 minutes left before this candle closes. This is pretty much going to close as a bearish downrange candle. We can pretty much guarantee it. There are 3 minutes left, so it could close bullish. Who knows? The next candle, if it closes bullish, then you have a setup. Yeah, I'm not a big fan on the 5 minute chart here, but I would just wait for the 15. Um, Nas maybe. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, 3 minutes. Thanks, Liam. Let's see what happens. Uh, right. If it closes above on this one, because we're coming into the open, I'm not going to wait for a wick down. I'm going to do a momentum entry, okay? So in how long we got? Okay, here we go. We have about 30 seconds. I will just hit open trade above the high of that candle if it closes above the level. So how are we doing? Let's have a look. Needs to close above. Oh, I can't see the timer. Close above. There we go. Okay, orders in. All right, partial TP. Okay, it's gone down anyway, so let's go. Okay, so we're gonna. Let's have a look. Oops, hold on. 20. So buy stop's going in. Buy stop is in. We've got a 20 pip first take profit. Um, let's just move. All right, there we go. So I've got a 20 pip. I've not placed them yet. These are just theoretical. So I've got a 20 pip and a 45 pip uh, partial TP. Now, like I said, guys, I need this to happen relatively quickly because I do need to go. Um, but I'm going to try and make some money before I go. Uh, 30 minute looks good. Yep. Naz is breaking. Well, let's wait for it to go. So orders sat there pending, guys. Let's just All right, sit tight. Orders in. We've got plenty of clear space to the left-hand side. Yeah, look at all this clear space. I mean, bundles. Absolutely bundles. So yeah, I've not played. So these purple lines, these are partial take profits where I'm going to close 50% of each. Now the reason I've not set them is because for some reason, whenever I set them with a pending order, as soon as it triggers, it deletes the partial TPs. So I'm not going to set them until the trade is triggered. You'll see when it's triggered because in the top right up here, you'll get some big blue or some big orange numbers. Okay. Everyone following what we're doing? So this is a breakout setup. If you're following what we're doing, just type yes in the chat. This is what we're looking for. So we're not doing anything until this trade triggers. Gold's still dropping, so that's nice. Again, BPC setup. So this one would be looking for this style of trade. That's what this is what you'd look for on gold, and NASDAQ is a breakout. So one happens after the other. So the breakout happens first. Hopefully it continues and moves higher. If it does, that's your breakout triggered and we run and we manage it accordingly. If the breakout fails, the next system is a false breakout. Okay, so then you'd look at trading a false breakout. So in theory, the way that we teach the system is you have your breakout, then we trade the BPC. If the breakout doesn't materialize into a BPC, then we go from potential breakout setup to a false break setup. So all the systems are linked together. Uh, yeah, so in 5 minutes, guys, I have to go. In 5 minutes, I have to go. So I will not be placing this trade in five. If it hasn't triggered in 5 minutes, I'll be canceling the order. Okay. Uh, I have no idea what that says. So whatever that is, Anj41, or I have no idea what it means. Hi, Des. Yeah, so listen, we're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting. The beauty of waiting for the markets to break the highs stops you from getting caught in some innocuous places. Okay, so if you just bought as it broke out, then we'd be sitting in a big loss right now. So now we're just waiting for the market either to spin. This is the market dropping down, grabbing liquidity. Hopefully, it attracts buyers as it's come down into a lower price. As it attracts buyers, as soon as it breaks the high of that candle, that's us triggered. Uh, where the hell's Novipet? 11th of November. Are you deleting if I go? Yeah, I will because I won't be able to manage it. It's still a good setup. Thanks, Vic. Thanks for the translation. Right, who's online on YouTube? It's been quiet on there today. All right, one more minute, guys, and then I have to go, unfortunately. So, let's have a look. What was Doesn't look like I'm going to get this trade, but guys, if you do take Anna, take care, darling. Have a great day. If you do take this trade and it's a success or it's not, keep me posted. Drop me a message in the DMs. Let me know how you get on. If you're trying to trade these systems yourself with, uh, yeah, trades valid on all time frames. How much is the NAS up on the day? It's around 300 and something, isn't it? Let's have a look. 326 points up on the day. Yeah, decent move. Uh, uh, I'll give it till quarter past, then I have to go. I'll give it to quarter past, then I have to go. Remember, guys, there's no live stream tomorrow. No live stream tomorrow. Um, I'll set one up for Wednesday, but there's no live stream tomorrow. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, guys, if you're looking at if you want to be part or join the free Telegram channel as well, we have a free Telegram channel. You can do that. You'll see the link in the bio. So 3.5 minutes, guys. 3.5 minutes, and then I have to go. I think the hourly is the nicest setup, to be fair. But they're all the same. doesn't really matter. But yeah, they're all the same. But just remember, at quarter past, in theory, the 15-minute setup will be no longer worth looking at. You're going to move up then to the 30-minute at least. So yeah, I'm happy to leave this order there. If I was, when I say I'm happy to leave it, if I was trading and I was going to be at home and be able to manage this, then I would definitely leave the order in based on the hourly. Now, in terms of like trade management, there's not a lot you're going to be able to do if this candle is the trigger candle. You're going to have to leave your stop where it is. So as soon as it gets to 15 pips, then you want to use the 70% rule, which would mean that you're going to move stops to break even once you hit 15 pips. Any questions, guys? Any questions before we wrap up? No? Okay. Well, listen, thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being involved. A little bit quiet on the question front today. So maybe we'll see you all on Wednesday. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you Wednesday. Big Harvey, I'll see you in the morning. Bye, guys.